Pay attention to your pain. Reach out and find your comfort. Take a walk and play some music.
Sounds like some jet engines or something.
That's a plane right now.
Let the healing begin. Let the healing begin. Look to the sky and breathe it in. Look to the sky and breathe it in. Feel the sunshine on your skin. Feel the sunshine on your skin. And let your life resume again. And let your life resume again. Pay attention to your pain. Reach out and find your comfort. Take a walk and play some music. Make the time to start the healing. Let the healing begin. Let the healing begin. Look to the sky and breathe it in. Look to the sky and breathe it in. Feel the sunshine on your skin. Feel the sunshine on your skin. And let your life resume again. And let your life resume again. Pay attention to your pain. Reach out and find your comfort. Take a walk and play some music. Make the time to start the healing. Let the healing begin. Let the healing begin. Look to the sky and breathe it in. Look to the sky and breathe it in. Feel the sunshine on your skin. Feel the sunshine on your skin. And let your life resume again. And let your life resume again. For this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for my health, Spirit, thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit, thank you for my health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. And thank you for joining us here at our live Zoom Sunday service of Unity Spiritual Center of San Francisco. I am glad that you have found us as we find new and secure ways of coming together as a community. And it's always lovely to see your faces when you see me looking off to the side, as I am right now. Know that I am looking at your beautiful faces, and I look forward to meeting again with you in person when it is safe to do that. So as most of you know, you are being put on mute as you enter the service, and that's so you don't have to worry about any background noise. And what that does mean is that for the responsive readings and the songs, we won't be able to hear you, but we do encourage you to go ahead and participate from the privacy of your own home. And of course, there are two exceptions to that, and one is when I ask for a volunteer to read the daily word. So you are invited to volunteer for that, and if you don't have a copy of the Daily Word and you would like to do that today, what you can do is log on to unity.org. Look under, what am I doing? Daily Word. Unity, www.dailyword.org. That's the one. They've got their own unique URL. So www.dailyword.org. You can always find that day's reading on that dedicated website to it. And also we have a time, as you know, when we ask for prayers to be spoken. If you would like to speak your prayer aloud to your community so that we can stand with you and support you, just let us know. For either one of those things, just indicate in the chat section if you'd like to participate or wave your hand at your webcam, and we will be able to call on you. But for now, I invite you just to lean back wherever you are, whether it is a chair, a headboard, a couch, wherever you happen to be. Just lean back and take a deep breath to relax as we go within our inner sanctuary, where we are always safe, guided, and at peace. And let's just use this hour to let go of any worries or concerns and connect virtually with everyone else in our community and with the God of our understanding. Here at Unity Spiritual Center, we celebrate the truth that our God is love, as expressed in Unity's foundation statement, which you are invited to repeat after me or with me at home. There is only one presence and one power, active as the universe and as my life, God the good, omnipotent. So I invite you to take another deep breath now, become comfortable, and gently release any cares of the day. Because the only thing that you need to do in this hour is to open yourself up to the love and goodness of the divine as you relax into this sacred time and space at Unity Spiritual Center. For almost 75 years now, and we're moving up on that 75th year. It's only a few months away. We at Unity Spiritual Center have celebrated and honored people of every culture, of every creed, of every religion, of every race, of every age, and every lifestyle, knowing that there are many paths to God, many faces of God, many names for God, but only one God. Seeing through eyes of oneness and acknowledging our oneness, we know that God indwells all people and is expressed through each of us in unique, special, and individual ways. Unity offers positive, practical, progressive spiritual teachings and tools that honor the universal truth in all religions and respects each individual's right to choose a spiritual path. So now, as I do every Sunday, I'm going to light the worship candle so that you have a visual aid to remind you that you are a spark of God.
I got it.
So as you look at the flame of that candle, remember that you have that flame within, that divine flame, that you are an individualized expression of God, a spark of God, and that God does God's work in the world through the movements of your heart and your hands. Our vision here at Unity Spiritual Center and the opportunity for you and for each one of us here is that you discover the power within you to create the life of your dreams, that you have peace of mind and deep happiness, that you enjoy joyous and loving relationships with yourself. Don't forget that relationship with yourself, with spirit, and with others, that you spend your days doing what you love and feel called to do, and most of all, that you know that your life matters, that you make a difference, and that the world is a better place because you're here. So let's pause now to hear a musical selection from our wonderful music director, Michael Hatfield.
All right, and good morning, one and all. It's a little tune by Michael Gott with some help from Karen Drucker on the lyrics. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am. Letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when I feel I've lost my way, when I go outside and quiet my mind, I hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
Oh, that was beautiful, Michael.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And when we have something to give thanks for, to celebrate, let's either indicate that in the webcam, or again, you can use your reaction button to applaud the wonderful contributions that are being made this morning. Thank you so much, Michael. So now as we continue to get comfortable and relax even more deeply into this time of worship, prayer, and meditation, let's open our hearts to receive the message of today's daily word. And I'm going to scroll down now and see if I see any volunteers. If you would like to read today's daily word, please do raise your hand and let me know that you would like. There we go, Kathy Russell. If you could, actually, I can unmute you. Awesome. Yes, the daily word will be read by our board president, Kathy Russell.
And good morning, everybody. The word for today is protected. I shine my light and feel protected. Feelings of fear that creep into my life may conjure childhood memories of scary nighttime images and noises. As a child, I may have felt afraid of the dark or startled by an unfamiliar sound. But the morning sun always dispelled the darkness, and I realized there was never anything to fear. I keep that knowledge alive as I let the divine presence within dissolve the darkness of fear and shine the light of comfort and safety. Now, when any darkness descends in my life, I remember the protecting love, presence, and power of God pressing at me. As I attune more fully to my divine nature, light dawns within my consciousness, and I realize that God's protection is always mine. And the scripture is from Psalm 27. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?
Thank you, Kathy. Appreciate that. So, Unity is a center of prayer and healing. And during this time of shelter in place, you're always welcome to send in a prayer request either by email, snail mail, or by leaving a message on our phone, which is secure. I'm the only one who's listening to messages. And if you would like those pieces of contact information, actually, Jerry, I'm going to ask you to write those in the chat so I don't always have to repeat it. If you can just write down our office phone number and also my email number, then everybody will have it in front of you so that you can look at that if you would like to make contact with us with a prayer request. For now, why don't we just hold the prayer requests that have come in our hearts. We don't necessarily know who they're from or what the circumstances of their prayer requests might be, but we know that they are from members of our community, and so we just extend our love outward to all of those prayers, to all of those people who have offered prayers in written or spoken form. And we also extend our prayers to those who haven't. We keep those unspoken and unwritten prayer requests in our hearts as well. And let us know that for all of those people, they are enfolded in divine love, and that even if they can't see it now, divine order is taking place in their lives. And now is the time to make our prayers audible. So if you have a prayer need you would like to share with your spiritual family here so that we can support you and stand with you, please do raise your hand or again mention it in the chat and we will unmute you. Aikya, I see your name up right now, so if you will unmute yourself, please state your prayer.
I pray that the results of the biopsy I had last week will show benign, healthy tissue.
And let us sing our refrain.
Your prayer is my prayer too. We are connected by the heart. Where do you end? Where do you start? Whatever you feel, I feel too. You're a part of me, I'm a part of you. Your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too.
Dear Juanita, so lovely to see you. I'm going to unmute you so you can share your prayer request.
Thank you. I want to pray for a successful treatment of a dear and loving cousin, friend, family member, Keith Small, lives in Lodi.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
Any other prayer requests that you'd like to state aloud? Just raise your hand. Judy, is that you or no?
Yes, I was itching my eye, but I have my friend Carolyn, my physical therapist, who's a lovely person, just came out of shoulder surgery, and we're praying for her to heal well.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
Anyone else? As you know, we also have a time in our service where we share our blessings, the things that we're thankful for, that we're grateful for. So if you'd like to share a blessing to the community so we can celebrate with you, now is the time to do that. Juanita. Yeah.
I feel so blessed to have my living here with my children, Christopher and his wife, Cecilia. They are the best angels in the world.
Anyone else? Well, if they're not going to say it, I'm going to say it. I think we should celebrate with the Hatfields. 32 years of marriage on what, Saturday? Was it yesterday?
Yesterday, yes.
So awesome. Happy anniversary to like the coolest couple we know, right?
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
So as we come to a close in our prayer time, we also include Kathy's prayer for her loved one, Roger, who is in the hospital. And we also share with Annette her blessings and our blessings of Rich, whose birthday was yesterday, and for her beautiful family. We celebrate with Ethel the her gratitude for the health of her family. For all of those and many, many more that haven't been spoken, we give thanks. And we give thanks just for the privilege of praying for others. And it is a privilege. We sometimes forget that. When people let us into their lives and into their hearts and ask us to pray with them, that is quite an honor and quite a privilege. So we give thanks for this opportunity to bless and to be blessed in spirit. And we give thanks for the knowledge that when we ask, it will be given to us. When we seek, we will find. When we knock, the door will be open to us. We give thanks for the feelings of peace and connection and warmth that fill our hearts and minds right now. And for the opportunity to pray for others, not only in our community, but in our nation and around the world. We affirm that no matter what is going on, no matter what the circumstances are, divine love and divine order is everywhere present. And so it is.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone. There's nothing I can do on my own, 'cause I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Am I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize that I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, 'cause I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes, has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God shows up.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Michael. And now it is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for today. This is somebody who is familiar to many of you because she has been attending our center for, I think, about a year now. Is that right? Maybe a little bit longer. Her name, as you know, is Aikya, Reverend Aikya Param. She is an ordained minister in the Center for Spiritual Living. Did I say that right? And I have been wanting her to get involved, more involved, to share her talents with us as a community for quite a while. So I am really thrilled that we have Aikya today, Reverend Aikya, to give today's lesson. And let's give her a warm welcome in this capacity as speaker. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Reverend Maggie. I'm so glad to be here and to speak to all of you who I've known and loved over this year. And I know many of us this morning were surprised to hear thunder and see lightning. And for our Native American brothers and sisters, they say the Thunderbird came to visit us. And the Thunderbird is a powerful spiritual being that brings a change always, and it's a good change. So for those of you who were able to see that in the morning and hear the thunder, it's a sign of change, and the change is good. So today, I want to talk to you about uncertainty, because many of us have been feeling that, experiencing that. During this time of shelter in place, when businesses were closed down, it has also been a time to get to know yourself as you're staying at home or not doing things in the way you usually do. You get to know yourself, your strengths, to appreciate your talents and appreciate your relationships. I went to the dentist last week, and the dental hygienist was telling me that she realized how much she loved gardening during that break, and that she wanted to change her work schedule so that she worked fewer days and she could enjoy being at home, being outside in the lovely weather, and taking care of her garden. So this whole period has not been in our control. We didn't do anything. We couldn't do anything. It just arrived. The virus just arrived. And working our way out of it may not be entirely under any individual's control either. So it is an unsettling time. So we might look at what is certain. Well, one thing that's certain is everything with a form begins, changes, breaks down, and comes to an end. Everything with a form. So that includes a lot of how we think of ourselves. It includes our body, our energy, our emotions, our mind. Everything, all that has some kind of a form, even if it's a subtle form. And so it will change and it will end. But behind all that is an awareness or a consciousness that makes it possible for us to see and know all the things about us that do have form. And that awareness does not have a form. It's behind the mind, behind all our thoughts. It has no form, so it doesn't need to be anywhere in particular. It's everywhere. And it is shining through us in our lives. It has no edges. It has no form. So we can't count them like we can count an orange, 1, 2, 3. There's only one. So that same awareness that can't change, that won't end, it is looking through everyone's eyes and everyone's mind. Since it didn't begin and it won't end, it's been looking through the eyes and the lives of every creature and every person who ever lived. And since there's only one, it's the same in all of us, and it's the same in God. Now, of course, we know there's a difference. God knows everything, and we only know a little bit. So the mind of God and my mind and your mind, they're different. And the body is different. I can tell you how tall I am and how much my body weighs. But God's body is the whole creation. So this awareness, no beginning, no end, it's the same. It was the same awareness in the first people, and it'll be the same awareness in future people. It's the same in all the animals, and the whole universe is inside it. That's the thing about us, and the whole universe that stays the same. Well, I don't know. Does it seem a little strange to you? Well, you know, I think when we are in love, we feel that expansive, endless presence of love and joy and happiness. And I think maybe that's why so many people have said that God is love, because we can definitely relate to that endlessly expansive, joyful feeling. If God is love, then everything that God has made is filled with love. There's nothing left out. Everything is filled with love and filled with beauty. God is love, I am love. God is love, God is beauty, God is joy, God is strength. And that loving presence that is myself is the part of me that cannot be destroyed. It's the part of me that will live through all the changes, whatever they may be. It's the part of me that I can rely on. It's the part of you that you can rely on. God is love, I am love. And so all the things, when we think about all the people we love, when we think about all the activities that we love to do, when we think about all the creatures in our lives that we love, each time we think about something that is loved, someone that is loved, we are thinking about God. Every time we plan to do something that we love, we could think of that as a prayer. If God is love, and we're going out to go hiking because we love to do that, or we're going to do some artwork, as we used to do together up in the tower at the church or any other place, anytime we do something we love, it is like a prayer. As we go through the day, if we notice everything that we love as we go through the day and give thanks for it, we make our day a prayer. When we make our plans for the future, if we make them an expression of love, we're working together with God and developing God's divine plan. I've been doing some reading about what kinds of things helped this pandemic start. And some of the things we can do something about. One thing was that there wasn't a feeling of love and kindness and care for wild animals. And so the bats, the wild animals, were captured and sold to people for food. That's now illegal in China. They're not allowing that anymore. Several diseases have come from wild bats in China. It took them till now to decide, okay, that's enough of that. So when we think of the natural environment that surrounds us, and we're so blessed in the Bay Area to have so much beauty around us, to do things that support and care for those wild lands so that the wild animals have the environment that they need and can live as full and happy a life as they wish, that would be a way to work on God's team. That would be a way to prevent pandemics like the one we're experiencing right now from happening again. Care for the environment. And when we do care for the environment, we're also doing something nice to help prevent problems from climate change. So there we are, it's the same thing. We are so blessed to have the beauty around us, to recognize the beauty around us, to recognize the beauty and value of every person that we meet and that we work with. God is love, and God's love expresses in every person that we see, in every person that we deal with in our lives. This is the blessing of the love of God. God is love. I am love. You are love. In this blessing of lovingness, we can choose each day to express love and care for people, for living things, for the environment. We can choose to specifically reach out and make a change so that all beings thrive, all people thrive. All people and all beings have an equal opportunity at a happy, secure life. This is something that moves into not just in our personal lives, but in the alliances that we make in our community, in the alliances that we make nationally. We are blessed to be able to express this love that we are in the choices that we make to preserve, to care, and to protect the life of God expressing in all beings, and to work to make it safe, secure, and to make it possible for all beings to thrive. John's Gospel and John's epistles in the Bible speak of love a great deal. It is, I looked in the Bible, I was like, did it ever actually say God is love? And sure enough, there it is in St. John's letters. We don't know who he was writing to, but we think it was probably the communities in Ephesus, which is now, I think, part of Turkey. And he went around and ministered to them. And so he would send his letters out. And he often wrote about the love of God. And he did indeed say, God is love. So if anybody needs to have an official biblical reference, it's there in 1 John chapter 4. God is love. And he says, let us love each other, for then we will be loving as Jesus loved us. As Jesus loved us, and as God loved us in giving us his only Son, Jesus. God is love, and God has expressed itself as this whole creation, including every single one of us, every single one of our children and grandchildren. Every single leader in our country is an expression of God. And we call upon God's love to be expressed in all of us, including our leaders, to bring forth the benefits that every being and every person needs. I give thanks for this opportunity to speak with you. I know the loving qualities of everyone in this community. It is what has made me feel welcome, and it must make every new person and new visitor feel welcome, because Unity Spiritual Center of San Francisco understands the importance of being a center of love, a center expressing love, a center bringing love to the community. I give thanks for this opportunity to speak to you. And when we do our meditation, I want you to take the time to think about this little saying that we used to teach the children. God is love, I am love. God is love, I am love. Since the whole creation is an expression of God, including each of us, any quality that we ascribe to God is also our quality. So another one is beauty. God is beauty, I am beauty. God is strength, I am strength. But today in particular, let us take time to consider God is love, and how do we know that? I am love. How do I know that about myself? How do I show that to those in my life? God is love. I am love. I hope that I think I might be a little short on the time, but if we do a 5-minute meditation, we'll be all set, if that's all right with everyone. I found a wonderful meditation music that is key to connect us to the earth. Our native brothers and sisters who would have saluted the arrival of the Thunderbird this morning are always urging us to love and care for the earth. And so we can do that with great certainty. And I had a little funny personal story I wanted to share when thinking about certainty and uncertainty. When I was a little girl, my parents really admired my younger cousin, Kathleen. When Kathleen was 5, she announced that she wanted to be a nurse. She was sure of it at 5. And my parents thought that was wonderful. And I had no idea. I would say, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. So that was not as good. Everyone likes that certainty, you know? But really, the story behind that little story is when I was a little girl, I would play with my dolls that I was the priest. Well, we were Catholics. I was the priest and I was having mass and I was reading the gospel and I was giving the talk. Only when I got older, I found out that if you're a Catholic, you can't, and you're a girl, you can't do that. So I would say to people, I don't know what I want to be. But you see, I did know. And a few things changed, and well, here I am, Reverend Aikya. So maybe you also, in this time of uncertainty, you really do have the divine inspiration of what happens next. What is the great thing that you've always wanted to do? And now you have the opportunity to plan to actually do it. God is love, I am love. And that love is the opportunity to make that dream that you may have had for a long time, to plan how to make it come true. God is love, and I am love. So let's turn within and see what messages Spirit has for us today as we remember that Spirit, God, whatever you call the divine presence, is love and you are love. What does that mean for you? May all disharmony resolve into peace. May all apparent illness resolve into wholeness and health. May all who live thrive and benefit, because God is love. I am love. We all are expressions of the love of God. And so it is.
Amen. Thank you so much, Reverend Aikya. Let's all of us express our appreciation again with chat or a reaction button, or by showing our appreciation. It was really lovely, and there were a number of things that I appreciated about it, Reverend Aikya, including learning about the Thunderbird. Isn't that interesting? I didn't realize I actually even have a Thunderbird that I got as a child, a little pin with a piece of turquoise in it. And now I understand why the wings are so angled, because it's supposed to look like a lightning bolt, I guess. But that was really fun to bring that in. And I don't know if you could hear it, but at least where I am in San Francisco, the Thunderbird visited us a couple of times during your.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't that awesome? So I just want to thank you so much. That was really lovely. And let us affirm what it is that Reverend Aikya spoke about, who we are as a community, and always so happy to have Juanita here, because she is the one who really came up with this tagline, and it just isn't the same to say it without her. So here she is on our call, and let us affirm that here at Unity Spiritual Center, we are an ocean of love. Here at Unity Spiritual Center, we have an inspiring vision, an exciting mission, and compelling values by which we strive to live. And I invite you to repeat these along with me. Our vision is centered in God. We co-create a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. Our mission is we are a creative, joy-filled spiritual community dedicated to healing, inspiring, and transforming the lives of all people through prayer, education, and love. And our mission is we are, our values are, we are spirit-led, generous with resources, inclusive, joyously creative, and guided by integrity. So in feeling inspired by our vision, mission, and values, feeling enriched by what we've experienced here today, what we just heard, and what we are about to experience as we reach out together in community following the service, let us take time now to be a channel for enrichment through our generous tithes and love offerings. So as Michael shares his beautiful music again, please do take that time to write out a check to USC, or to log on to our website, unitysf.org, where you will find a link to make a donation online. It's on the right-hand side of the page. So please do remember that our expenses continue during this time as we look for ways to stay connected with you. So let's take time now to bless our tithes and love offerings, holding them metaphorically or actually in our hands or next to our hearts as we say our offertory prayer. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
I am surrounded surrounded by love. I am surrounded by love. I am surrounded by love. Love is who I am. I am supported by love. I am supported by love. I am supported by love. Love is who I am. This love won't let me fall. This love won't let me fall. This love won't let me fall. For love is who I am. I am a part of this love. I am a part of this love. I am a part of this love. For love is who I am. Love is who I am. Love is who I am.
Thank you, Michael. As always, you give so much to us through your music. So let us bless our offering. And these words are so beautiful. I really love this prayer. So let's say it aloud, even if we can't hear each other. Spirit of the living God, bless the acts of our hands, our minds, our hearts. May everything offered here at Unity Spiritual Center be a reflection of all that is good within us. Grant us the courage to patiently listen for the stirring of your presence. Enliven our spirits with humor. Fill us with reverence for one another and gratitude for our diversity. May unity, beauty, and truth be the fruit of all we do. And so it is. Amen. So I just want to, first of all, start with thanks for everybody who contributed to our service today. And Marcy, I want to echo some of the comments that have been coming in terms of your beautiful images. I know you do this every week, but I don't usually get to focus on them because I'm focused on what I'm saying. And so it was such a treat for me to see these beautiful images and how perfectly they worked with this idea of uncertainty. I love the way all the paths kind of go off and we don't know where the end of it is going to be, and it was just so lovely. So thank you for that, Marcy. Thank you, Jerry, for working the controls and letting people in and asking questions. Thank you, Michael, always for the music, and thank you to the community for contributing and interacting in the ways we're able to through the Zoom service. I know it's very meaningful to everyone, and of course, thank you again to our guest speaker today, Reverend Aikya. So, as always, we will be following this with a Zoom hospitality meeting. We'll break for 3 minutes in between this and the hospitality time, but that'll give you time to take a break, get a cup of coffee, whatever. Do come back, same link, for us to have a more casual get-together. As always, we're doing a daily word guided meditation at noon on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Just a note to you all, I know the regulars know this, but what we're doing for that is we're using the old link. So if you have any interest in joining us for that, use the old link that we used to use for everything. And if you have trouble getting that, just email me and I'll send it to you. Kira, I see you saying goodbye. Great to have you back, and thanks for all your wonderful comments. We're on YouTube, as you know, about 150 different lessons along with some other fun offerings. So check out our YouTube channel, Unity Spiritual Center of San Francisco. We're also on social media. Let us take time now to bless our children. Let's see if we've got any. Yes, we do. Awesome. I see Alonso and Santiago, and I see Alex too. Let us bless our children. Boy, do we love you. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the presence of God in you, empowering you to do great things. So let us sing our peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let me walk with my family in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
So as we walk into the rest of our day and into our week, let us remember, as we heard in our lesson today, that God is love and that we are love and that we do God's work in the world. And whatever our work is, let us remember that the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. Thank you, God. Thank all of you for joining us. We'll take a quick break. Michael is going to stay on, play a lovely tune for you. Grab a cup of coffee or something to eat, and we'll see you in 3 minutes.
Raindrops keep falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he got things done, sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. raindrops keep falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turned red. Crying's not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me. All right, you can all whistle along here. So there's just one thing I know: the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. For raindrops keep falling on my head, that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Crying's not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free and nothing's worrying me. Nothing's worrying me. Nothing's worrying me.
Thank you.
And it's really raining now.
It is. This is really wild, isn't it?
I don't worry about the grapes in Napa. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Yeah, right. Well, you know, we actually drove through there. We went to Mendocino last weekend and drove through some of the vineyard country, and they looked okay. They look like they're hanging in there. So there will be a harvest again. I'm affirming it.
All right.
We need the rain, don't we?
We do.
All right. So it looks like everybody's here. I am happy to come up with a theme or a topic to talk about. I'm also happy to just keep it open. Do people have a preference as to whether or not we have a guided topic or just a check-in? How about guided topic? Raise your hand. Check-in. Raise your hand.
I would like to just welcome Renee. I see that she's here.
I can't hear you.
Find it. Up. It's the Reverend Param. There we go.
The music. All right. All right. Well, it looks like most people would like to have a check-in. So, Michael, you said you had something to check in with?
Yeah, it says Renee. I see her down there somewhere, and I don't see her video, but maybe we can get her to come on. There she is.
Awesome.
All right. All the way from far, far away.
Wonderful.
And if it wasn't for Renee, I would not be here, and neither would Valerie. So that's the truth.
Wow.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome.
Thank you. This is fun. I got late because, as you know, church services overlap. Our church service was at 10:30, so.
We're glad you made it on, and we're glad that we knew you, because otherwise I wouldn't have a gig right now.
There you go. Michael, I love how it's so magical that the piano keeps playing even while your hands are waving in the air.
I do have a couple of tricks up my sleeve, yes, there is. But the other times there is the live bit, so don't, you can actually get that. Okay, but other than that, yes.
And I wanted to say hello also and to welcome Ivy. Ivy, I haven't seen you before. I'm so glad that you're here. How did you find us?
Hi, Reverend Maggie. I actually, with my family, we visited about a couple of services last year at SF Unity. And then I got an email to join the service, Zoom service. So thank you for having me. It was a wonderful service today. And my husband also joined. He's over here with our son.
Look at that. Excellent. Well, you saw there were some other boys too. You saw we've got a great group of boys around 8 to 10, and so we're happy to have another one join us. That's wonderful. Well, welcome, Ivy. Great to see you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You know, Maggie, that's not a bad idea. Now that I think about it, we might want to think about setting a side room for the kids.
A side room?
Yes.
Yeah, tell me how to do it. We can do
It's just
that. I've heard because I've been
Oh, let
checking.
me find this. We gotta get a. There we go. Let's but if we build a side room, you can invite just the kids to it, and they're the only ones that can get in. And
Yeah, I've been checking in with Joe and Joe in particular about her boys, and I've heard that they kind of enjoy seeing what the adults do. I don't know if that's still the case, Joe. If some of the if some of the romance has tarnished, but we're happy to do whatever is going to serve the kids. So whether it's setting up a separate room for them or letting them listen, just let us know. Do you have any thoughts about that right now?
I really like the idea of them being in a breakout room because I know that they would have fun. We meet sometimes with Alex right after service. So if they were together during service, that'd be great. They like to share Legos and talk about, different things that they're watching and reading. So that would be really nice.
Do you think we would need to have a monitor? Would somebody need to moderate that for them?
Yeah, that's probably a safer thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I will say though, only they could get in if you set it up. It's only they're the only people that can get in.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if we want to bring like Karina back. If we want some kind of program for them, or if anybody needs to be in there to monitor it. So that's just some thought. We have a board meeting on Wednesday, and so we can certainly discuss that at the board meeting. But good to know. Good to know that that's a possibility. That might be fun for them.
And Lakshmi is trying things out. So
Yeah,
Lakshmi, you know you're trying things out. We can see you.
Yep, we can see her, which is great.
Pushing those buttons.
Yeah, so Ivy and Annette and Joe and Ruben, think about how you would see an ideal kid gathering being, if it would be ideal to have somebody there, or if you think it's okay just to have the boys on their own. If you'd like me to bring back our youth ed teacher, Karina, to do an online version of our children's church. Let's think about that. We can make something happen, but I'd love to have input from the parents. So, and welcome, Shirley. Good to see you.
We see you. You may not see us, but we see you, Shirley.
Right. So how about this thunder? Pretty crazy, huh?
And then there's blue skies all of a sudden. So on one side of my house, it's completely going crazy, and the other side, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah, we had thunder and rain up here too. So hopefully there's more on its way if you guys are getting it now.
Yeah. Well, especially with fire season too. I know there's a little bit of a risk with the lightning, but the rain is good for that, right? To let everything down.
And just the higher humidity in the air really helps with fire. It's the dry air that makes it so bad. Bad.
Juanita, were you going to say something? Did you have your hand up?
Hi.
Go ahead.
Are you speaking to me, Maggie?
I sure am.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to get the Michael or whoever can email me the music for the title of meditation music.
That would be from Reverend Param, but
it's in the chat right now.
I'm not astute to get it right, but I'm afraid to touch anything that the screen will go off. But anyway, if
okay, I'm copying it and pasting it right now in a doc, and I could get that to you and whoever else wants it.
Okay, because for 10 years I've been trying to study meditation and do it, and today with her talk and the music was the first time I experienced a really total feeling of that. I went and had a meditation that was satisfying to my soul.
Oh, wonderful.
The first time in that I could remember. I mean, you go through the motions and everything, but to really feel and not have it disturbed was fascinating to me, and
That's
I was
great.
just overwhelmed.
That's so interesting because the conditions weren't ideal in terms of the weather.
Yeah,
So
just
that's wonderful that
the
you had
thunder
a
brought it to me. The Thunderbirds, just
Thunderbird.
Right.
the Thunderbirds made it all available. And when my daughter-in-law hears about this, she's gonna be over the moon, over the top.
That's wonderful. Well, I got it.
I'd
I,
like to
I
share
copied and
with
pasted it, and
people.
I'll email it to you, Juanita. Hey,
Yeah.
Shirley, how are
Hey,
you?
Shirley. Hi,
I am.
Shirley.
Hello, everybody. I'm very frustrated because I missed everything this morning. And
Oh,
Valerie just shared with me what the new link was. When I went to our website, it said that